Good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me here. I didn't bring a PowerPoint, so you're going to all be staring at me for the next 8 minutes. I see the value of the PowerPoint all of a sudden. So my name is Lisa Walker. I'm a third-year doctoral candidate right here at the University of Cambridge, Faculty of Education. My research is actually focused in East Africa, and it looks at how inclusion and exclusion happen within the classroom, specifically as a function of teacher-student interaction. But here today, I'm privileged to be able to talk about how innovation is happening within education. And it was spoken about this morning. Education as a sector, our sector, is often spoken of as one of stagnation, an outdated sector reproducing the status quo rather than engendering change. However, innovative approaches to education service delivery are, in fact, everywhere. And the great majority are being delivered through NGOs. We've just heard about 2 incredible NGOs that are doing just that, Clover Youth and Student Hubs, the ways in which they are working to reimagine education alongside the young people with whom they work with. It appears that the challenge in education may not be that innovation is not happening, but rather that it's not happening on a large enough scale. Recent research suggests that many new innovative approaches to education provisioning are happening in isolation, at the margins of education systems, and with little or no connection to other actors within our sector. Therefore, one of the biggest innovation challenges facing the education sector is not necessarily how to reimagine what and how young people can learn, as this is in fact being done by incredible innovative organizations around the globe. The challenge is how to move new and efficacious ideas from pilot to scale in order to sustainably reach larger segments of the population and faster. Campaign for Female Education, CamFed, is one organization with which I have had the privilege of collaborating as an external researcher for the past several years, and one which has a proven track record of expanding their programming to benefit more people in more communities in the countries within which they work. CamFed illustrates one way in which an organization can introduce not only innovative solutions to very challenging education problems, but also the mechanisms required to support systems-wide change. But let me back up for a moment and in brief explain what CamFed is. So CamFed is an international nonprofit organization founded over 2 decades ago that is tackling poverty and inequality in 5 African countries through support for marginalized girls and the empowerment of young women. They do so by delivering programming that provides girls with economic and socio-emotional support, both on and off school grounds. And this includes things like providing bursary funds, providing access to mentoring and life skills courses, and creating access for community engagement in school life. One particularly prominent aspect of CamFed programming that has served as a mechanism supporting the spread of the CamFed ethos and the expansion of CamFed programs is called CAMA, the CamFed Alumni Association, which has been created by and for former CamFed bursary recipients. Now, I realize that I've introduced 2 new acronyms to you, so let me just review to ensure that there's clarity. To clarify, we have CamFed and we have CAMA. CamFed is the parent organization. They've grown up alongside cohorts of girls who have received their support. In 1998, the first graduate cohort of CamFed-supported students met in Harare, in Zimbabwe, to consider the ongoing challenges that they faced after completing secondary school. And what they decided to do was to form CAMA, the CamFed Alumni Association, in order to increase their access to ongoing peer support, and importantly, to create a vehicle in which they could give back to their communities. CamFed has strongly supported the development of CAMA since 1998, And it continues to be defined as a growing cadre of young leaders and community champions empowered to shape and scale solutions to problems they encounter within their communities. Now made up of over 120,000 formerly marginalized girls, CAMA is the largest association of its kind in Africa. It provides a clear pathway for former CamFed recipients, beneficiaries, to progress from marginalized girl to empowered woman, from participant to advocate, and from follower to leader. This progression is what defines CAMA as an innovative program and as an innovative mechanism, contributing to the scalability of CamFed without compromising on the need for grassroots knowledge and grassroots networks. While it is a separate entity, an association created from but independent of CamFed, CAMA effectively extends CamFed's organizational capacity. One way in which CAMA contributes to the expansion of CamFed philosophy is by serving as a vehicle for capacity building, ensuring that its members have the knowledge, skills, and organizational support to be responsive to the needs of the most marginalized within their communities. Unburdening and empowering CAMA members appears to be one of the key ingredients of successfully scaling up the CamFed model. CAMA members inspire activism by visiting schools, mentoring new cohorts of CamFed beneficiaries, and extending financial and socio-emotional support to more marginalized children throughout their communities. In doing so, they're able to spread the ethos of volunteerism and philanthropy underpinning CamFed to larger segments of the communities within which they live. Another way in which CAMA contributes to the expansion of CamFed's reach is by contributing to the institutionalization of the values driving both CAMA and CamFed within local and national governments. CAMA members are gaining increasing influence within their communities, countries, and the international development community. They have seats on district-level development committees and are taking up leadership positions at national and international levels. It is within these positions that CAMA members are able to act as champions of CamFed. They help to ensure CamFed's focus on the most marginalized is adopted within local and national government, and that respect for and support of girls' education is embedded within government priorities. As formerly marginalized girls themselves, CAMA members are clear on the challenges faced by the most marginalized members of their communities. Supported by CamFed, they are empowered to bring their knowledge to bear on both community and government in order to better ensure that the support that CamFed advocates is provided. Ultimately, CAMA acts as one mechanism to spread the values, the philosophy, the ethos underpinning CamFed. CAMA helps to ensure that CamFed is dependent not on a small pool of passionate individuals, as most NGOs are, but rather on a growing network of champions that expand alongside CamFed program operations. In this way, CAMA represents an innovative mechanism contributing to CamFed's capacity to bring about grassroots-style change on an ever-growing scale. Adapting a locally successful innovation to a wide variety of settings, while maintaining its efficacy and sustainability, presents an ongoing and elusive challenge, but one that, with the right support mechanisms, as is demonstrated through CAMA, is surmountable. This is the challenge that requires, I think, innovation, as it must be addressed in order to ensure our new and innovative education programs, tools, curricula, are able to reach this generation of learners and help to reduce, rather than multiply, problems of access, quality, and equity in education systems around the world. So thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to sitting on this panel moderated by Professor Robertson.